This is the automation zone. In today's tutorial, we will be looking at how to install and how to use PIP or pip. Apart from this, we will also be looking at how to bypass your proxy settings in case you're using Python in a place where you have proxy like your workspace or in your college, etc. So let's get started. I've written down all the steps in this Notepad++. This same content will be available for you in the description below. So the first step is to make sure that you have Python installed. So the way I like to do that is you go to your working directory, okay, and in your working directory in your address bar you type in cmd. This works in Windows for sure. Now over here you type in Python followed by --version. Now if you can output like this, which states Python and the version number, it means that Python is installed on your computer. If not, I'm giving a link in the description as well, which will explain to you how to install Python on your computer. Now the next step is to verify if PIP is installed on your computer. So simply go ahead and type pip --version, exactly the same. Okay, my bad, VRSION version. Okay, so here we go. It states that pip version 20.1 is installed on my computer. Now if pip is not installed on your computer, please follow the following steps. Navigate to this particular URL. So copy the URL. By the way, this is given in the description, so you can copy it from there. Okay, navigate to your browser. Okay, and once you paste this, you will either download the file or will open this particular window. If the file is not downloaded, simply right click and do save as. It should be your Python format. Now since I've already downloaded the file, let me just replace the file. So once it's done, you go to your command prompt again. Okay, so one thing to note is that the place where your Python file is, which is python.python file for me, as well as the path which is there in your command prompt should be exactly the same. Okay, it should be the same. Now once you have done that, type in the command Python followed by your file name, which is GAT. Okay, now like this, if you do not want to type the entire thing and you want it to be typed automatically, press tab. So tab is a good way to iterate through all the files in your current working directory, which is for me Python file. Once done, press enter and PIP should be installed for you. So let it get installed. Okay, it's done. Now since pip is installed, now we can go ahead and use pip. Now pip has got 4 commands. The first command is to install a package. So PIP install and the package name. So if you know the package name exactly, please type in the exact proper spelling here. Do not make mistakes, or else you will land up with a different package. Okay, if you're not sure, navigate to this particular website, okay, called as pypi.org. So it will go like this, pypi.org. Once you go here, this is going to hold the repository of most of the Python packages which users have created. So how does this work? Okay, now let's go back a bit. Why do we need to even install a package in the first place? Say for example, you are going to create certain functions, for example sine, cos, etc. Now you have two options. First option is you create these particular functions yourself. The other is first verify if somebody else in the world has created these functions, okay, and get this particular functions from them. This is where this particular repository comes into the picture. This is a public repository and anyone is free to upload any packages or any projects which he sees fit. Okay, and if you like his particular module or if you like his particular package, you can go ahead and download it, or in our case pip install it from this particular website. Okay, so now we are going to install something called as NumPy, right? NumPy. What is NumPy? NumPy is something which we'll be learning later on, which is a very good package for calculations, for algebra. Okay, so here we go. The command to install NumPy is right here, pip install numpy. So once you know the exact name of the model which you want to install, you can go ahead and type the exact same thing, this pip install NumPy, or simply press this icon which will copy it for you and hit enter. Okay, this is antivirus. Let me just close this. It thinks that I'm installing a virus on my computer. So here we go, that it's collecting some data from the internet, or basically from this repository right here. Once done, you can see successfully install NumPy version 1.18.4. So this is a way to install a module. Now this module by default install the latest version for you. What if you want a specific version? You can do == followed by your version number. Now the steps is going to remain the same. VRSI is going to remain the same. If you know the version, go ahead and type it. If you do not know the version, go to your release history. Okay, verify the version number. Okay, you can either type the version number yourself or copy it from here. Okay, I'm choosing to copy, and once you hit enter, okay, it is going to uninstall the previous version for you, which is your 1.18.4, and install the latest the version of your choice, which is for me the lower version 1.18.0. Now remember this, say for example you are downgrading or upgrading a particular package in Python, and there is a dependent package. For example, I am upgrading algebra, but algebra depends on maths. Okay, so if they are dependent, then Python will upgrade or downgrade the dependent packages as well automatically. You don't need to do anything. So that's a beautiful thing about Python. Everything is handled automatically. Okay, so we have learned how to install a package, install a specific package. Now we'll learn how to upgrade a package. Now say for example I do not know, okay, the latest version of the package. So if I just do pip install NumPy, okay, this is just going to say that NumPy is already installed on my computer. So in order to upgrade it after install, just type in == and upgrade. Okay, so this is going to take you to the latest version of the software, which is, as we know, is 1.18.4. okay, now once this is done, you can just go to your editor and type in import NumPy or the particular module or package which you have installed, and it should work. Why is this working? When you install something, it is going to go and copy your files in your Python folder, and Python folder is present in your path. Okay, and what Python does is whenever you do import, it is going to search in two places, which is your working directory and your path. So because Python install something, okay, so sorry, pip install will install something in your Python folder. Python folder is in your path, and when you do import, Python by default will search for your path, right? So import is going to work. That's done. Anything else remaining? Okay, now last but not the least, okay, we'll talk about how to also upgrade pip to a specific version or your latest version. So the command will remain exactly the same with a few tweaks. So how did we install a different package? We did pip, we did install, okay, and we type in the package name. For here is going to be pip, right? And in order to upgrade, we did == upgrade. Now we only have to perform one extra step when it comes to upgrade a specific version or install a specific version of pip. You just cannot do pip install pip. That's how I'm going to work. Just type in Python and -m, okay, before your command. Once you do that, okay, you will be able to upgrade to pip to the latest version or to a specific version of your choice. Okay, I think the last command is uninstall. Is, for example, NumPy is there, I do not want NumPy anymore. Just go ahead and do pip uninstall NumPy. Once you do that, it is going to specify the files which is going to delete. make sure that you verify that these files are no longer required, and then only press yes. Okay, by this numpy is deleted, my code should no longer work. Okay, now coming to the question in hand. Okay, what if your workspace has a proxy? Okay, to bypass proxy you should follow the specific commands. Okay, so step number 1 is set your proxy. Now you have a command over here, set http proxy is equal to username password proxy. Now what does this mean? Let me just type this below and tell you what it means. So your username is going to be the username which is specified to you by your organization. So for example, if you're working in an organization XYZ and your ID is XYZ 007, okay, then this is going to be your ID. Say for example your password is going to be something like something very weak, let's say pass@123. so this is going to be your password, and your proxy is going to be basically the proxy setting which is given to you by your IT guys, okay, which is going to be, in my case, let's say xyz.co.in. so this is a proxy which my organization uses. So you can copy paste this, okay, along with the command set http proxy, and this is going to set the proxy for you. Following this, you can then go ahead and type in your commands for pip install, and it will be able to access the internet without any issues. Now make sure that commands, if you're typing a password with @ that is not going to work. Make sure that you are going to specify the ASCII command for this. So for here is going to be @40. I think that's right. You can just go and verify, copy this, paste it in your command prompt, and once that's done, you can go ahead with your normal commands. It should work. If you do not want to set the proxy in one go and you want to set it at every command, you can follow the second line, which is going to set a proxy at every command of pip. Okay, that's it. If you have any issues, do comment below. You know, if you have issues when you are setting proxy or you are unable to install something, to comment below. I will be able to help you in the comments, or I can make a second video which explains how to do so. Thank you.